What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. We're super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit that red subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell because we're on the road to 50K. And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Guys, let's be honest. When you think of Africa, you usually think it's either hot or humid or both. But suddenly you step into this country and you're shivering in snow as you wrap yourself in a thick air blanket. Welcome to Africa's refrigerator.
Snow? The refrigerator.
What? To learn geography now! Hey everybody, I'm your host Barbs. So usually I try to write something clever in these openers.
Hey, real quick, man. Smash that like button if you are one of these people like myself who didn't know that it snowed in Africa. I mean, I would think that it's,
I just thought
weather
it was,
change, but not
hot
snow.
And
a little breezy,
humid,
you know what I'm saying?
A little breezy.
Huh.
I have a special announcement. This is our 96th episode, which means we are officially halfway done with all of the countries of the UN. Yeah!
Where they come from?
Wait.
What?
There's only 193 countries in the UN.
Yeah, so?
So the half would be 96.5.
So then the halfway point of this episode will be the halfway point of doing all the countries of the UN. Yeah! Oh, by the way, this country is pronounced Lesotho.
Lesotho.
Lesotho or Lesotho. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Anyway, let's find out where it's located, shall we? The country is located in the South African region, completely landlocked by the country of South Africa, which, just like San Marino and Vatican City, makes Lesotho one of the only 3 countries in the world to be completely landlocked inside another single nation state. The country is divided into 10 districts.
I wonder, why is that?
Yeah,
what's the history of surrounding this?
That always a story. You know what I'm saying? Somebody know it.
Yeah,
somebody gonna drop that.
Y'all can have all this, but this little pocket of land right here,
you can't have that.
It's Lesotho.
Don't touch that. That's me all day.
The capital, Maseru, located in the east side by the border with South Africa. After the capital, the next largest cities are Mafeking and Hlotse, and the only international airport being Mshweshwe, the first international airport in Maseru, which only flies to South Africa and regionally to the other smaller 27 airports, only 5 of which have paved runways. Then there's that Matekane airstrip, which goes off a cliff labeled as one of the world's scariest runways. Ha! Challenge accepted. Most people, however, come in through road travel through South Africa. The easiest route being directly across the border in the South African 8 highway into Maseru. From there you can take a ring road north or south on the A1 or A2 highways. However, due to South Africa's Malote Drakensberg Park, there aren't any major roads that pass through the east side of the country, except this little road that not too many people know about, the Sani Pass, an unpaved road that cuts right through and has an amazing view. I almost missed that little road, but I found it on Google Earth. I could have skipped it and made Ken's animation a little easier, but the kid needs to suffer a little bit.
I'm literally sitting here behind the camera recording you.
Oh yeah, I made you my cameraman. Yeah, Brandon.
I'm still here. You just stop calling me.
So anyway, Lesotho is the only independent state in the world that lies entirely above 1,000 meters in elevation. This means that life here is a little different from the lives of their cousins that live down below. Despite South Africa's popularity surrounding it on all sides, Lesotho doesn't really get a lot of tourists. Nonetheless, that doesn't mean that they're short in places to check out. Some notable places of interest might include places like Male Suyane Falls, Selebatebe National Park, Bokong Nature Reserve, the Kome Caves with cave paintings from the ancient San people, the Sani Mountain Lodge, the highest pub in Africa, Namasi Tise Cave House, Tababosiu Culture Village, the Morija Museum, the Basutu Hat Shop Building in Maseru, Kacha's Neck Snake Park. Yeah, you heard me, Kacha. We'll get into that clicking thing later. The Ribe Dinosaur Footprints, King Mshweshwe II Royal Graves, the Kokolosing Mountain, and Afriski, one of the only 2 ski resorts in sub-Saharan Africa. Yeah,
Afriski.
This place gets snow.
Afriski.
Yeah, the land here is very unique, which makes the perfect transition into... Now, as mentioned, Lesotho is pretty high up in altitude. In fact, over
that
80%
breathing
of the country
space is probably different.
1,800 meters, and the lowest point is only at 1,400 meters. So yeah, these people are like mountain folk. Okay, so we're gonna do a physical geography animation, and I'm gonna cover a lot of info. So Ken, I swear you better make this animation good. The country is divided into 2 main parts: the lowlands along the banks of the Caledon or Mohokare River, bordering South Africa in the northwest, and the 4 mountain ranges smashed in the center and east parts of the country: the Taba Putsoa, the Maloti, the Central, and the Drakensberg. where you can find the tallest peak, Tabana Nslenyana. Thanks to the elevation, winters can go below freezing, anywhere around -7 to -18 degrees Celsius. Snow is common during May to September in the winter months. Remember, guys, we're in the southern hemisphere. And some peaks have snow year-round, which is why they have a...
Wait, he's just said year-round, and I'm in my head like May to September.
That's a long
What?
time, bro. That's like, nah.
Oh, no, that's...
Afgeski is
The
really
whole
cold.
year?
Then it goes to -18.
Because I was going to say, since, you know, it's in South Africa, maybe we could pay it a visit, you know, when we schedule the tour of
Nah, I see it's
the
getting
African
stuck.
countries. But, yeah. Do we have any Lesotho supporters? Let us know.
Yeah.
ski resort. The longest river, though, is the Orange River that transects the country into South Africa and eventually empties into the Atlantic Ocean, whereas the largest lake is the Katse Dam Reservoir, artificially created on the Malibia-Matso River. Whew, good animation, Ken. How do you feel about making it?
Yeah, that animation took like
Coffee.
14 hours to render and finish up, but, you know.
Great, good job, except you misspelled Tabana Nslenyana, so you're fired. In 2010,
What
Lesotho was
the
ranked the country with the least carbon emissions and overall smallest volume at only about 18,000 metric tons. Nonetheless, soil erosion is a problem all over the country. In fact, you can kind of see the clear-cut borders of Lesotho from space. Most of the population are subsistence farmers, even though only about 11% of the country is arable. Speaking of which, food and resources. The national dish is motoho, a sour porridge made of sorghum, usually accompanied with salty collard greens and beetroot and carrot salads, maybe chakalaka stew on the side, with some oxtail stew as well.
Chakalaka
Lesotho is
stew
known
sound
for diamond
familiar.
mines. Three main
I'm
ones.
tripping, or that
It
sound
does sound
familiar.
familiar. It reminds me of something in our childhood.
Chakalaka stew?
I think we used to say something like that,
Right.
like chakalaka.
I don't know.
I don't
Boy, that
know.
sound like it came from home.
Right. I don't know. I never ate that before, though.
Kopong, and the largest one, Letseng, were the fifth largest diamond in the world at 910 carats, the size of two golf balls worth $40 million, was found. Otherwise, another thing Lesotho is famous for, their textiles and warm Basutu blankets made of mohair, which is a specific type
that's
of goat
clean.
fur. You'll see people wearing these all
That's
over.
clean.
What else are we missing from this segment? Oh yeah, the national animal is the black rhino, but the Basutu horse is very popular, especially used amongst Highland cowboys. Let's see. Oh yeah, they also discovered the Lesothosaurus, a dinosaur named after their country. I think that's about it. Yeah, cool. All right, let's move on and meet the people here, shall we? Just for reference, a person from here is called a Masutu, but keep in mind that's singular. If you're talking about plural, it's called Basutu. 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 Got it? Yeah, that explains why the country used to be called Basutu land by the British. First of all, the country has about 2.5 million people and has the highest literacy... Wait, how come the infograph isn't showing up?
Dude, don't you remember?
You fired. You fired your homie.
Great, good job, except you misspelled
So
Tabana
funny.
Nslenyana, so you're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Fine, I'll do the animation myself. The country has about 2.5 million people and has one of the highest literacy rates in Africa at nearly 90%. Lesotho is almost completely homogenous, with over 99% of the people identifying as Basutu, while the rest is made up of other African peoples and a few aid workers from the West. That was a good animation, right? I think... Okay.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna need you to fill in for me. Just read the teleprompter. I'll be back. I need Ken.
Hey.
He overworking.
Currency of the country
Yeah.
is Maloti or Maloti. They use a type M outlet and they drive on the left side of the road. Now, one thing you
That
need to
sound
understand is that Lesotho is a unitary parliamentary monarchy currently under the headship of King Letsie III. This is what kind of sets Lesotho apart from South Africa and why they never really incorporated themselves with them. Legislatively, that is. Can't be part of a republic when you got a king. Speaking of which, history time. Bantu migration and settlement. King Moshoeshoe settles and negotiates with Shaka Zulu by paying him tribute. The crushing wars hit. Drought, famine. Trek wars start getting close. The king doesn't like it and invites missionaries hoping that they will bring him guns. They didn't, but he liked them anyway and let them stay. King Moshoeshoe strikes up a deal with the British and Lesotho. Becomes a British protectorate. Lesotho becomes independent in 1966. 3 coups. And here we are today. One source of controversy, though, is that of
I still get so shocked when I see that these dates are not so long ago.
Yeah, history is down the street. Literally.
Yeah.
Literally at some points, like down the street.
Yeah. So I wonder how Lesotho stayed a monarchy when everything around it didn't.
Yeah, that goes back to your first question.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. So you guys got to drop that in the comment section because we want to know answers.
Yes.
We need answers to these, y'all.
We're learning all of this together.
Right. So
and
in order
y'all are
for
helping us
to be more informed, y'all have to bring in that information.
Right.
Yeah.
Fortunately, about 23% of the population suffers from HIV and AIDS. Third in the world after Botswana and Swaziland. This creates a whole other level of development issues, especially since over a third of the population is under 15 years old. In addition, today there are only about 5 physicians for every 100,000 people. Otherwise, culturally, the
Whoa, 1 second. Hold on. Not deep.
People in Africa is young.
Yeah.
A lot of people in Africa are young. We learned that in... I forgot.
We learned that. It's just... I
forgot one of the videos.
Yo, I mean, that's not something to play with at the end of the day, though. Like, and then it's... Like, if it hits the babies, then you really just canceling out a whole generation.
Eventually, everybody.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's why I was shocked when I heard that.
Yeah,
I was big shock.
Are quite unique. Due to the climate, they usually dress warmer. You'll find mohair blankets everywhere. The national hat, the mokorotolo, is seen everywhere, and even the traditional house has incorporated stone and cement for better insulation rather than the clay and mud huts of the temperate savannas down below. Horses played a much larger role, especially after they were introduced in the 17th century. They even have their own unique calendar system. About 90% of the population is Christian, mostly Catholic and Protestant. Okay, seriously, where's Barb's at? I mean, he's never left hosting a segment this long. I mean, you know where he's at?
All right, well, I think I've heard everything that I need to hear. We would love to have you a part of the Big Star team. Ken, all we need from you now is to just sign this contract just stating that you're going to have a 6-figure salary, full benefits, you're going to have an amazing life going forward.
Oh, no, you don't. Not today. Oh, no, you don't. Not today. Okay, guys. Okay, I got him. Ooh, I got him. Okay. I'll take it from here. Thanks, Noah. Thanks. Okay. In addition to English, the other native language spoken here is called Sotho or Sotho, a little different from their northern and southern Sotho languages in South Africa. Basically, there are 39 consonants and 9 vowels. The Q makes a click sound, the HL makes a sh sound, and for some reason, L sometimes sounds like a D. It's a little confusing. Music incorporates a variety of drums and instruments, but some of the popular ones include the lekolulo flute and the strings tomo. Now, this is usually the part where I mention famous people, but honestly, most of the sources I got were just members of the royal family and past kings. There's other people like Desmond Dube, but he's kind of like South African-y, author Thomas Mafolo, and singer Masoto Chakela, I guess, and a bunch of athletes. But yeah, if you know any really notably famous people from Lesotho, let me know and write them in the comments. All right, let's take it home and finish off this bad boy, shall we?
Back with the animation.
Lesotho being a kingdom that has made it very clear that they wanted to be their own country apart from South Africa, they still have an open heart to those outside of the snowy slopes. Okay, Ken, this is the last animation of the episode. I need you to do this good. I need you, okay? Don't you ever do that to me again.
Okay, sorry. Okay, fine.
Okay,
Fine.
good. All right, now do this good or you're fired. For one, as a member of the Commonwealth of Nations and former British territories, they have ties to all the other countries that were formerly under the UK, and especially Ireland. These former prime ministers and presidents visited and pledged a continuous bilateral aid agreement, making them the largest donor since the 70s, and to this day, Lesotho is Ireland's longest-running aid program nation.
Wow.
The UK and the USA both have close ties as well. The UK is a major supplier of defense equipment, as well as investing in infrastructure development, whereas the USA has been assisting in the Peace Corps since 1969, providing humanitarian aid and education. As a member of the South African Development Community and South African Customs Union, they have close ties to pretty much every nation around them in South and East Africa, all the way up to Tanzania and the DRC. With the Customs Union, they share fiscal partnerships, free trade deals, and the same external tariff laws with Namibia and Botswana, Swaziland, and South Africa. Business between these are the strongest, and excess revenue is shared amongst them as well. When it comes to your best friends, though, most of the Basotho would probably say South Africa. Even though they made it very clear that they wanted to be a distinct nation apart from South Africa, they still hold close ties and love their neighbors. Many of them have family in South Africa. The currency system is pegged to the South African rand. Many people even hold dual citizenship. These two nations may be distinct, but nonetheless supportive. Good job, Ken. Follow him on Instagram. In conclusion, Lesotho is like an icy African kingdom ridden with cowboys, beautiful mountains, and literally a cool atmosphere. Stay tuned. Liberia is coming up next. Yeah! Woo! Halfway done!
Look at that.
Halfway done!
They're halfway done. Go check out that episode if you have not.
Yeah.
Show them some love. Subscribe to the channel. All that good stuff. Guys, Lesotho is very, very interesting.
It is.
Very interesting. Let us know some of your favorite facts about Lesotho. And yeah, Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way.
Check it out.
As well as our join feature to become a VIP member of the channel.
Check that out too.
Send in your action request through the description box below. We'll see you soon. Peace.